If you are considering a move to the upstate of South Carolina and you are a buyer looking north of $650,000, then this video is going to be for you. In this video, we will talk about the places to live, the conveniences in each location, and the considerations that you'll need to ponder for each different spot. Let's do it. As always, my friends, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about your relocation to the upstate. And if you like this information, do me a favor, email me at my email below. I would love to send you an exclusive list of properties in this price point for you to review. Helping buyers relocate to the upstate and helping sellers sell and then buy another home here in the upstate is my specialty. Over 40% of my business so far this year in 2024 has come from our YouTube channel. And as an agent in the top 10 in our local MLS, you can imagine that we do help a number of families throughout the year relocate or sell and buy within the upstate. Each client's needs are different. You know, if you need to move here within 45 days to start a new job and you need to buy a house, we got you. If you need to sell a house from out of state and then buy one here, we got you. Or if you are just in the research phase trying to figure out if Greenville or Lake Kiwi is a place that you want to relocate to, we can help you with that as well. So as a luxury buyer, as with any buyer, you probably want to know the best neighborhoods that you should invest your money in and the best areas around the upstate that you should invest your money in. So let's talk about it. At any price point, if you're buying a home, it's smart to carefully consider which areas, which neighborhoods you're investing your money in. Oftentimes buyers will ask me, hey Will, if you were buying, where would you buy? Or hey Will, if you're buying, or hey Will, based on the needs that we've given you, where do you think we should buy? Well, let's address that question. And as a luxury buyer, you're probably gonna expect higher end features in your home, like a home that's all brick, or that has hardboard siding, or that has actual real wood floors in the home, or upgraded lighting, your quartz countertops. Or perhaps you want a home that's on a larger lot and in a neighborhood that has mature trees, or that's convenient to a lot of things, or you want to be in a community that's rich with amenities. So what are the neighborhoods that you should have on your radar as a luxury buyer? Let's go down the list. So first and foremost, as a luxury buyer, I think you should first look at downtown. This is going to include immediately around downtown and neighborhoods like Augusta Road, North Main, and Overbrook. Now there's several developments, several established neighborhoods that are in these areas. Some townhome developments that I have on my radar for my luxury buyers are the Sinclair, which is right off of Anderson Road, Norden on Stone, which is right off of Stone Avenue, just below North Main, and the West End Towns, which is within walking distance to the Greenville Drive Stadium. Now, if we go outside of downtown, where you should look at is Five Forks and Simpsonville. There's a number of newer communities in this area, as well as established communities in this area. And we've mentioned a number of these communities on the channel so far, communities like Spalding Farm, Claremont, Stonehaven, Hartness, and Stonebrook Farm, as well as Sycamore Ridge and Southampton. Now, if you don't want to be south or east of town and you want to be on the northern part of the county, so places like Travelers Rest, Taylors, or Greer, there's a number of communities for you to look at also. So all the communities around Lake Robinson. There's also Green Valley, there's Paris Mountain, and there's also Hunter's Ridge, there's Carillion, just north of Furman, and there's also Karen Bridge, right off of State Park Road. Now it's worth mentioning that on the northern part of the county is where you're more likely to find older, more established type homes, not necessarily only homes that are in subdivisions. So in places like Travelers Rest and Taylors and Greer, you're more than likely gonna find an older house sitting on an acre or 3, and one that's not sitting in a newer subdivision. And finally on my neighborhood watch is the east side of town. So for my luxury buyers, communities on the east side of town are gonna include Hollingsworth Park, Thornblade, Botany Woods, Foxcroft, and the Towns Everyday. So now that we have all of the communities and different areas established, let's talk about each different area and the conveniences that they offer. So first up, downtown. Now, a lot of my luxury buyers, when they call me and say that, hey, we want to look for a property downtown, they probably want to have access to the Swamp Rabbit Trail. They want to have access to Greenville downtown itself, to Main Street, to all the restaurants and all the businesses along Main Street. And they probably want to have quick conveniences to the parks in downtown. So if you live in downtown, you're going to have access to all of this stuff. So based on those neighborhoods that we previously mentioned, you can step outside of your front door at night and go for a 2-mile walk, whether it be through your neighborhood, or if you want to venture into downtown, you can access downtown from there. Or if you want to jump on the Swamp Rabbit Trail and go for a quick bike ride or for a quick run or for a quick leisurely walk, you're totally able to do that. You have quick access to a number of grocery stores. So there's Harris Teeter on Augusta Road, there's Publix right off of East McBee. And you're gonna have really quick access to a number of restaurants. Restaurants like the O5, like Limoncello, like Universal Joint on Stone Avenue, or even the Bellwether, which is right below the Greenville Drive Stadium. Living in downtown Greenville is by far going to give you the most convenience to, say, the festivals that Greenville hosts every year, the number of restaurants that Greenville has along its main street and around its main street. And it's gonna, like I said, give you quick access to the number of parks that are in downtown Greenville as well. So second on the list was Five Forks and Simpsonville. So the conveniences for this area, if this is where you choose to land, are gonna be first up, Woodruff Road. So Woodruff Road is gonna be your main shopping corridor. It's gonna have Costco's, Sam's, Trader Joe's, the shops at Green Ridge, and a number of your big box stores like Academy Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, PGA Superstore, Barnes & Noble, and so on and so forth. You're also gonna have really convenient access to Interstate 85 and 385. So if you live in one of these areas, your commute to work will not be that bad. And if you need to go to the airport, you're only gonna be about 10 or 15 minutes away from the airport. So in Five Forks and Simpsonville, there's a number of local restaurants. There's a number of chain restaurants. You're not gonna be short of anything as far as food goes, as far as amenities go. You're gonna be close to newer developments like Bridgeway Station, which is supposed to connect to the Swamp Rabbit Trail. And all in all, you're gonna feel like you're only about 10 or 15 minutes away from anything. Now, if you want to live on the northern rim of the county, so Travelers Rest, Greer, or Taylor's, you're gonna have a little bit more of a serene setting, but you are gonna be marginally farther away from your big conveniences. Now, you will have access to Highway 29, which is Wade Hampton Boulevard, which is gonna have all your big box stores like your grocery stores and your Lowe's and your Home Depot and a number of restaurants. However, you are gonna be a little bit farther from, say, Costco, Trader Joe's, Sam's, and the interstate systems. Now, if you wanna be closer to the mountains, obviously living on the northern part of the county is gonna give you much quicker access to get up to the mountains on the weekends or in the evenings. And most of my clients who decide to buy a home on the northern part of the county, that is a big factor for them, is they want to be in a more natural setting and they want to have quicker access to hiking to Asheville and to the Blue Ridge Mountains. And lastly, the east side of town. So as far as conveniences go, this is going to be as convenient of a location as you're going to get. You're going to be equidistant between Highway 29 and Woodruff Road. You're gonna have Pelham Road right there where you will probably go eat at night. You're only about 10 or 15 minutes away from downtown Greenville. You're only about 10 or 15 minutes away from the airport. So if you live on the east side of town, again, you're only gonna be 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes away from everything that you need. So for the last section of the video, let's talk about the considerations for each location. So first up on the list, downtown. If you want to live the quintessential downtown Greenville life, you obviously need to look in downtown Greenville. Living in downtown Greenville is going to give you the quickest access to the Swamp Rabbit Trail, to downtown Greenville itself, and to the number of parks that are in downtown Greenville. The clients that I help buy property in downtown Greenville want just that. They want to live downtown, they want to be able to walk out their front door and walk around Greenville, and they want quick access to downtown itself. Now, these clients do pay a higher price per square foot, and they're okay with that because they're so close to downtown Greenville. Now, if you want to be in the Five Forks and Simpsonville area and you're wanting a more suburban type atmosphere, then that's exactly what that area is going to provide. You're going to have really quick access to a number of different conveniences as far as stores go, restaurants and grocery stores, and you are going to have a slight commute to work if you do work downtown or somewhere on the east side or have to jump on the interstate and go to work. Now, like I said, you're going to have quick access to all of these things that you need. So all in all, Five Forks and Simpsonville, you're not going to feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere by any means. You're going to feel like you're a part of Greenville just the same. Now, the northern part of the county, considerations for this area, you're going to have a smaller town vibe. Travelers Rest is, one street, Main Street. It's simple. It does have a lot. It's artsy. However, it's going to feel like a small mountain town. You're going to be marginally farther from your big box stores. However, you are going to be closer to the mountains, which is what a lot of my clients who are looking in that part of town want. And lastly, if you are aiming for the east side of town, then you're going to have conveniences out the wazoo. You're always going to be about 5 or 10 minutes away from anything. Now, the east side of town is a little bit more heavily congested, so you might fight traffic around rush hour because there is a high density of residential neighborhoods here. However, you are going to be close to everything that you need, like we've said. So all in all, the east side of town is certainly going to be a great spot. Now, I know that's a ton of information to digest. So if you are thinking about relocating to our area and you're a luxury buyer, wondering where you should invest your money, do me a favor, shoot me an email at my email below or shoot me a text at my cell phone number below. I would love to chat with you about what your relocation to our area would look like in the next week or year. Thanks so much. Well, this video is going to be about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening. I'm a local real estate expert here in the area. All the time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.